girls here to visit relatives?
Say you're sorry. You have upset this young lady. Now say you're sorry.
I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, lady.
Who was that masked man? Excuse me. Can I sit down for a second?
Please.
She had a gun, right?
Right.
She sure didn't look like the type. But not that I know what the type of a lady who carries a gun looks like. I'm Sophie Rosamond.
Annie. Annie Cavagnaro.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm okay. I didn't mean to get so upset by that guy.
Listen now, we're all in the same boat. My husband's a thief. So, what's yours?
A jerk. He got a year for being a jerk. He was the only guy I ever went out with who hadn't been in jail.
How long have you been married?
8 months.
Hey, come on. I hear that it is a swell jail.
Oh, I know. I know. You know what a jerk he is? He loves it. He loves it in that jail. 3 nights ago, he had dinner with the congressman, the one who's in for tax evasion. He called me up afterwards. He said, where else could I, Vinnie Cavagnaro, have dinner with the congressman? He's got a point.
Would you like to ride over with me in the morning?
Please. Would you please ring Mrs. Sophie Rosamond's room?
It's Pickles. I learned to live with it a long time ago, but it's rough on strangers.
Do you work in the delicatessen?
I work in the delicatessen. The kids work in the delicatessen. My mother works in the delicatessen. Everyone but Murray works in Murray's delicatessen. Murray works in the prison furniture factory.
What did he do?
He withheld the withholding tax. First he withheld it from the employees, but then he withheld it from the government.
On purpose?
I've asked myself that question. I've asked Murray that question. Both of us agree on the answer. He did it on purpose.
Make it any easier if your husband's guilty? I mean, I wonder if I'd be so upset if I really thought he'd done something to deserve it.
He must have done something.
Yeah, he did something. He had this friend. He owed this friend some money, you know? So this friend says to him, do me a favor and you won't owe me any money. Take this package to this guy in Griffith Park. There were 3 ounces of cocaine in the package and 4 cops waiting in Griffith Park.
I'm Sophie Rosamond. My husband's Murray Rosamond.
Annie Cavagnaro, Mrs. Vinnie Cavagnaro.
Just a minute, lady. She's first. Visitor for Rosenman.
Rosamond, you have a visitor!
Annie Cavagnaro, Mrs. Vinnie. I'm his wife.
It's lunch.
For the whole prison?
Hey, Cavagnaro, cut that out.
You wake up at 6:30, and the first thing that hits you is the smell. Smell it.
I don't smell anything.
But that's the point, honey. It's fresh air. It's wonderful.
Spade deal under 7 knocks.
I don't want it.
Neither do I.
Pepperoni salad. Should I change the coleslaw?
What was wrong with it?
I didn't change it much. I just added a little parsley in with the mayonnaise. It sings.
Well,
It sings, right?
It sings. Would you like to hear the song and sing?
Sure.
Parsley, parsley, taste my parsley. I used to taste of cabbage, but now I taste of parsley, parsley.
It's just not the song that I had in mind.
You cliff in the fields at 3. You feel great. Physical. Tired, but a good tired, like you really put in a day's work. At 4, there's a count, and you've got to be by your bunk. Then dinner, and then I've got my tennis lesson.
Your tennis lesson.
Yeah. One of the guys from Watergate teaches tennis. I mean, he went to Harvard. There are 3 guys here who went to Harvard. I mean, they tried to start an alumni club.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't know.
You want to talk?
Oh, I don't know.
What do you want to talk about?
How about, spring? Coming of spring.
Spring. Spring comes to Wyndham Prison. You gotta be kidding.
I didn't mean it literally.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Jacob and Amy, this is your daddy speaking.
Then at 10 o'clock, it's lights out. You are dead, let me tell you.
Vinny, there's $43 left in the savings account. I gotta get a job.
Good school.
I have to.
Doing what?
A friend of mine works in a bar, and she says she can get me a job there.
As a cocktail waitress?
Vinny, I can't even type. What am I gonna do?
Can't you move in with my mother? Honey, give up the apartment and move in with my mother. I can have my own room.
With all your old bowling trophies?
I don't want you to be a cocktail waitress.
I don't want you to be in jail.
I got the phone call this week.
Yeah, I know.
I figured you'd know. Maybe when it happens, maybe we could go away. Someplace silly like Hawaii. We could drink a lot of dumb things with silly little parasols in them.
You want parasols? I'll take you to Trader Vic's. They got parasols up the wazoo.
Well, I just meant it might relax us a little bit.
I ain't exactly been working hard the past couple of months.
Hurry. Who is that?
Who's who?
Over there. It's that big guy in the red shirt.
It's Ed Martin, the union president.
Right. I remember now. And that's his wife. I saw a picture of her in the paper when he was convicted.
How about if I win this game, we go to Hawaii? If you win, you go straight to the office.
No bet.
Well, gin anyway.
33 points.
Bud, you got the phone now.
Excuse me.
He's on the phone all the time. He tries to run the union from jail.
He still runs the union?
His secretary's up here 3 times a week. I don't know how he does it. I can't even run the coleslaw from here.
Is it that bad?
What, the coleslaw or this place?
This place.
Probably not. Probably I'm lucky. Probably it's the nicest one of these places there is. But you can't get out of it. Doesn't matter how nice a place is when you can't get out of it.
Do you drink?
No.
Neither do I. Let's have a drink. I guess you're here to visit relatives, too.
You got it.
Could we buy you a drink? You saved my friend's honor. It's the least we could do.
You got it.
When do you get used to it?
Sometime in the 4th month. You'll forget you ever did anything on weekends but travel to Wyndham Prison. Wyndham. Do you know what I did? I had stationery made for Ed. I put his name on it, and underneath that, in little quotation marks, I put Wyndham, like it was his country estate. Engraved. I even had it engraved.
Don't tell me. He didn't think it was funny.
You got it. You know what drives me craziest? Every Friday night I get into that car, and for the whole trip I try to figure out what we're going to talk about for 7 hours. 7 hours. I've been married to Ed Martin for 16 years, and the whole time he's never sat still that long. Now I finally get him for 7 hours straight. And you know something? We don't have that much to say to each other.
Why don't you play gin?
You make a list of things to talk about. That's what I did.
How much longer do you have to come down here?
He got 2 years. Because I remember reading about it in the paper. So that means with good behavior, you got what? You got, 10 more months?
14, but not exactly. Oh, I'm going back tomorrow morning. Do either of you need a ride?
Oh, I'd love a ride.
How about you?
No, no thanks, because, I got the truck this week. I might take you up on it some other time.
When are you leaving?
Well, I'm not going to go back till late tomorrow night. I'm going to go back and visit my husband.
I thought you couldn't do that.
I don't think you can visit your husband 2 days in a row.
Who says I'm going in as his wife? Tomorrow, I'm going in as his mother.
Amy, honey, when you finish the dishes, walk the dog, would you please?
But it's not my turn.
Jacob did it for you yesterday.
Mom!
Yes?
I erased it.
You and your father, you both have a way with machines. Did you hear any of it?
Well, yeah, I heard it 4 times.
So? How did he sound?
It sounded okay, but it's not the same as seeing him.
I know, baby. And seeing him isn't the same as seeing him either.
What are you doing?
Just trying to figure out how much money the store lost last week.
A lot?
Well, it depends on who you are.
Well, if you're you, is it a lot?
Yep.
So, Cookie, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm terrible.
So what is it, Cookie?
It's not Vinny, Mama. He's okay. He sends his love. He looks fine, he really does. He works in the fields all day, and he's lost 10 pounds, and he plays tennis, and he works out every night. I guess that's better than him feeling lousy, huh? So why does it make me feel lousy when he feels so good?
I've been there. Your father-in-law, God rest his soul, once got sent up to Sing Sing. What a place that was. I could never figure how it got that oriental name. Anyhow, he goes there, up the river, leaving me and little Vinny without a nickel, so I got a job. The only kind of job I could get in a hardware store. Terrible, all day long. I'm making keys in one of those machines, you know, those machines. You never heard such a noise. Screech. I'm going deaf. I'm going crazy. And I forgot to tell you about the babysitter. What kind of a babysitter could I get? Benny the Tooth. Don't ask. So I go up to Sing Sing once. There's your father-in-law, never looking better. Turns out he runs the crap game. I'm rich, he says. Rich. He was rich in Lucky Strike cigarettes. I could have killed him.
Yeah. I feel lousy, Mama. I'm not sick. I'm having a baby. What am I gonna do, Mama?
So when's the baby due?
In 6.5 months. It must have happened the last night he was home.
You don't have to have it, you know.
I know. I think I want it. But what am I gonna do? I'm a college dropout cocktail waitress. I'm married to... I love him, you know, but he's never gonna be anything.
Does he know about the baby?
No. I told his mother yesterday.
What did she say?
She said the exact same thing happened to Benny the Tooth's wife when he was in Alcatraz.
Benny the Tooth.
That's right. I'm beginning to understand. I married into a dynasty.
So, now that you're eating for two.
I don't understand something.
What?
This stuff's really good. Why do you have so much trouble at the store?
I was killed by a hamburger.
What?
There was this dry cleaning store down the street from us, you know. A real bum. He lost my best blouse. He's not important to the story, but after that, he died. The next thing we know, there's construction all over the place. The construction workers are real secretive, like they've been working for the CIA. If only they had been working for the CIA. And one day, I see a big golden arch coming down the block on a truck. Still didn't put it together. I thought it was a lost float from an Italian parade. Annie, I'm sorry.
Forget it.
Anyway, that's how it happened at McDonald's. It's pretty hard to get people to spend $3.50 for a corned beef sandwich when you can feed a family of 4 for under $10, you see. Anyway, so... Excuse me, didn't you forget to pick up Mrs. Martin?
Mrs. Martin isn't coming.
She sent the car for us and she isn't coming? Is she sick?
I don't think so.
Don't you think that's odd?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think it's odd.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you again, but could you do me a favor?
Hello?
Sophie, are you all right?
I'm all right.
Look, I know that it's none of my business, but are you sure you're all right?
I'm fine.
So why aren't you coming?
I just don't feel like it. I'm okay, Sophie. I'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Goodbye. Well, it is a good thing that I called, because she wants us to stop by and pick up something for Mr. Martin.
Oh, Sophie.
Don't tell me you're all right. You look terrible.
You don't look very good.
You're not the only one with troubles, you know. Annie's pregnant.
Oh, Annie.
We'll get to Annie's troubles in a minute. Now, what is this all about?
It's about me and Ed. There's somebody else.